And so for this video, I thought I would go over what are my sort of non-negotiables in a contract, or what's really important for me to have in a contract. My name on the front of the box, 100%. That's really important to me, and thankfully it's becoming way more common. I'm not sure why it's not completely widespread and standard just like it is with books, but we're getting there, and even the mass market companies are doing it more. So definitely having my name recognition on the box is huge and very important to me. So there's that. Getting in advance, the amount can change. I won't get into specifics, but getting some sort of advance just shows a commitment from the publisher to me, and it sort of pays for all the work that I've done up front on the design of the game. So I see it as sort of a sign of good faith and partnership, and yeah, it's just an acknowledgement of the work that has been put into this game already from the publisher, and so that's pretty important to me as well. For royalties, the standard is 5%, and so that's what I expect. Maybe one day, if I have enough credibility and if a publisher is very confident that the game will do very well, and I'm very confident, I can increase that in the future. One thing that's interesting that some designers do is to have an escalating royalty. So if the game were to sell a certain number of copies, that my royalty would increase. So that's not a standard, but it is a good thing to ask to see if the publisher is open to that. Because yeah, if you have a bestseller, you definitely want to get more money from that. So I think that's a cool idea. It's something I always ask, but if it doesn't work out, that's not a necessity for me. Another one that's important to me is actually having the game sold in stores, not just online. I have had that experience in the past, and when your game is not actually on shelves in stores, obviously less eyes are seeing it, and so it's important to me that the publisher plans and has a distribution plan, has a retail plan to have the game in physical stores, not just online. And the last thing that's really important to me is that the publisher have a marketing plan. So they're planning on doing social media posts, blog posts, videos, sending copies of my game to reviewers, a TV commercial. I want to know what their marketing plan is for the game. That's important, or even if there is one at all. That's definitely important to me because that can happen where a game is published and then not marketed at all. And if it's not marketed at all, no one hears about it and nothing happens with it. So it's definitely good to know what the publisher's marketing plan is for the game. So those are the main things I look for in a contract. There's a lot of legal language in contracts, and my first 2 games, I sent the contracts to a lawyer to review because I had never worked with these before. I'd never seen one of these before. And so it was definitely helpful to have a professional look at it. But now that this is my 3rd contract that I'm looking at, I feel confident to review it myself and keep all of the advance to myself and not be giving any of the money to a lawyer to review it, even though he was very helpful. I feel like I have enough experience to review it myself now. If it was a very big advance and if it was a very complicated contract, then I would probably send it back to a lawyer. But for this one, it was pretty straightforward. And I wanted to keep all the advance money for myself. I didn't see any major issues with it. It seems like most of the contracts kind of have the standards, same things in each of them. But I would say, if you're starting out, it is a good idea to have a lawyer look over at least the first contract that you have with a publisher. So that's all for this month's video. Next video, we'll get back to my games graveyard. Unless there's another major update to let you know about, then I might do another big update. But this was major news, so I wanted to focus on this for your update, my patrons. These are the big moments that we are working towards. So I want to thank you so much for being here with me and helping me get more games out there. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to be able to tell you more. So thanks so much for watching and for supporting me. I want to thank you, Monica, Kathleen, Meg, Pat, Darcy, and Nancy. Thank you so much. Let's keep going. Take care.